Hello, this is Governor Gary Herbert. This morning, like many Utahns, I was shaken by the 5.7 magnitude earthquake that hit the Salt Lake Valley shortly after 7 a.m. But you didn't need to feel the earth shake this morning or the numerous aftershocks that have followed in order to feel a little bit rattled. Rattled probably describes how many of us have felt as we have tried to understand the threat posed by the coronavirus that is beginning to emerge in our state. Rattled is how many of us have felt as we watch coronavirus cases climb, as we watch schools and public places close, as we watch the economy slow down, and as we watch financial markets retreat. These are indeed challenging times. But if there's one thing I've learned over the course of my tenure in office, it is that Utahns are resilient and courageous in the face of life's challenges. Nelson Mandela once said, quote, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not the one who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear," unquote. And that is precisely what I've learned from watching you and your families. I remember seeing understandable fear in the faces of foreclosed homeowners in the depths of the Great Recession. I remember seeing anxiety in the faces of families asked to evacuate their homes in the face of wildfire and flood. And I also saw, time and time again, how you stared right back at that fear, pushed it aside, and pressed forward. In characteristic Utah fashion, you not only found that you could sum up your own reservoir of inner strength, but you found meaningful ways to reach out and support one another. It has been said about Utah that the worst of times brings out the best in its people. So perhaps if I lived somewhere else, the combination of issues we are facing right now might leave me rattled long after a morning earthquake. But having tried my best to serve you, I know who you are. I know the heritage of this state that you honor. I know the values that you cherish and exemplify. And I know that you will do what you have always done. Roll up your sleeves and get to work, supporting your families and your neighbors. I'm grateful for our first responders who are the finest in the nation. They jumped into action immediately this morning to respond professionally and rapidly. I'm grateful for our educators who have adapted immediately to school closings and are keeping our students engaged through distance learning. I'm grateful for our community service providers who are caring for the most vulnerable among us. I'm grateful for our medical professionals who are sacrificing time with their families in order to treat those who have contracted coronavirus. I'm overjoyed to hear of the adaptations that Utah families and friends are making to keep themselves engaged with one another during these times of social isolation. And I'm filled with confidence that we will win this tough battle against coronavirus as Utah companies step up to help us increase our capacity to test for the virus. I'm confident that we will get through this window of difficulty, that we will have the resilience to bounce back. That is our heritage, and it grows out of our history and our people. These coming days and weeks will be part of our history, and I have every confidence that we will bear these trials well and that we will bear them together as a community. Utah has a tremendous team working around the clock to keep you safe and healthy. We have specialized teams working on increasing Utah's capacity to test for COVID-19 and a team supporting our hospitals and healthcare systems. We have a team focused on medical supplies, a team working on child care solutions. We have an education team. We have an economic response team. We will not let you down. I urge you to follow all recommendations from state and local officials. We need you to follow instructions to self-isolate if you have symptoms of COVID-19. If you are sick, we need you to call ahead before going to a doctor's office or urgent care center. They will give you instructions of what to do next. Please take your social distancing seriously. Do not gather in groups larger than 10, and be aware that every new group you spend time with spreads the circle of potential exposure. At times like these, it is easy to feel helpless. Please know that you will protect your family, your neighbors, everyone you know, and countless people that you don't know by avoiding large group gatherings and heeding all other instructions that you will receive from state and local officials. You can do your part by watching out for each other. Check in on your neighbors, especially the elderly. and those who are immunocompromised. Also avoid rumors and false information by checking in with appropriate officials, whether they be city, county, or state. Trust your health officials. They will give you accurate and trustworthy information. Let's work together because we are all in this together. And by the way, our grocery store supply chains are good. Cows will still provide milk. Chickens are still laying eggs. Toilet paper is still being manufactured. Water is available. So please shop normally at grocery stores. Bare shelves are the result of panic buying, not an actual limit to our food supply. Please know that we are doing everything possible based on good science, accurate data, and good medical advice to keep you safe and healthy. Please help each other. Utahns are known for a spirit of cooperation, collaboration, and sacrifice. I have firm faith that God is watching over us as well. May He bless each of you and your families, and may God continue to bless the great state of Utah. Thank you.